All right, I'm Clint. Welcome to This is the Cruise. This is part 3 of my Alaskan cruise itinerary review video. If you've already watched the Alaskan review video, then you've already seen this content. However, if you haven't watched it and haven't watched parts 1 and 2, you may want to do that to catch up, to get some context. Hope you enjoy. But is there something else? Is there something that's maybe more accessible? And there is. There is. Holland, this year, we were on a cruise on the West Coast cruise out of San Diego when they announced this cruise. And it's a 28-day Alaskan cruise. And this is absolutely incredible. The downside is that it's sold out. There, you may still be able to find some places that have availability for this, but you kind of have to expect that it's sold out. The last price that I saw was $6,000, but actually when it was announced, it was less than that. So for a few $1,000s a person, you could be doing this 28-day round trip cruise out of Seattle, which makes it nice and easy. You're going to cruise through the Inside Passage, which is very relaxing and beautiful. And then you're going to stop in Canada at Prince Rupert Island here, which is a nice place to stop. The stop actually is enough time to get off and enjoy some of Canada and the wonderful people there. And then you're going to move on up to Sitka. All right, so wait a second. Right, as you saw, here's Sitka over here. Here's the cruise terminal. And if I'm not mistaken, that's right here, in fact, there is a Holland America ship already there at the terminal. Pretty cool. But you're gonna stop at Sitka here and take the shuttle over and see the raptors, or go see the bears, or eat some of the best salmon that you'll ever have. Pretty great place to stop. From Sitka, we're going to go up to Hubbard Glacier. All right, we're going to cruise Hubbard Glacier, which is just glaciers and glaciers and glaciers. Hubbard is known for just the massive amount of glaciers that they have. From there, we're going to cruise Prince William Sound, and we're going to kind of keep going, and we're going to end up going to Valdez of oil spill fame. But, another great place to stop and really get that flavor for Alaska. We'll do another fjord cruise here to see some more glaciers. Again, quite beautiful. Keep going. Again, this is 28 days, right? Go to Seward, a great place to stop, and you can see Anchorage off in the distance. But we're going to get back to Anchorage, so don't worry about it. You don't have to figure out how to get there. You can spend time here in this port. Pretty great. Keep going. And we're going to go to Dutch Harbor. Oh, right. Which is actually where the Hurtigruten cruise went to, right? So we get to see Dutch Harbor, and such a cool place to visit. From there, we're going to cruise up. We're going to cross the Arctic Circle. And we're going to go to Little Diomede Island. Now, full disclosure, we don't get off the ship here. We do cruise by Little Diomede Island. But what you may not know is Big Diomede Island right there, that's Russia. And while I know we can make jokes about seeing Russia from their house, the only people that really essentially could do that are the 90-some people that live here on Little Diomede Island. I'm glad that Holland doesn't actually stop at the island unless they actually wanted a cruise ship of around 2,000 passengers invade this tiny place. So I could see, it's great that we get to go by it. We get to see Big Diomede Island across there and explore. Pretty nice, and kind of experience the area, and also cross the Arctic Circle. It's pretty great. From here, we're not done with Alaska though. We're going to go and we're going to stop at Nome. Sounds familiar, right? We're actually going to spend some time here, but we don't have to leave Alaska from here. We're going to start making our way back south, and we're going to go to Kodiak, right? Where we get to spend time in Kodiak and get some of that nature that Hurtigrutens expedition style cruises were offering, which is pretty great. So we got a nice flavor there. Then, and I love these kinds of stops. From here, we're going to spend 2 days in Anchorage. You actually get in the morning and then you leave the next day at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So you have plenty of time to go in and get inland and do things that typically a cruise stop that just goes there and leaves isn't going to allow you the time to do. I love overnight stops on cruises. Then we're going to go to Homer, and another, great stop. Keep going all the way to the stop that I think you have to cruise if you're going to Alaska. And there's only, if I'm not mistaken, other than some of the small like Nat Geo expedition cruises, we'll set those aside, Holland America, Princess, and some Norwegian cruises will go to Glacier Bay. Glacier Bay is a national park. It is absolutely spectacular, and not all cruise lines are even allowed to go to Glacier Bay. So it needs to be on your list, and when you're looking at an Alaskan cruise, make sure Glacier Bay is on the itinerary if you've never cruised to Alaska before. Then we're going to go to Haines. Now, this is where maybe the itinerary could be better. So far, it's been pretty great, right? We're not going to Skagway. Skagway is right up this fjord here. And I would love to be able to go up there, but port schedules may preclude it from going in. And I've not been to Haines, so, I'd love to see it. It'd be great. It's beautiful. This is a gorgeous part of the country. Then we're going to make our way down to Juneau, one of the most spectacular cruising in to actually, let me think about this. The only state capital that you can cruise into? I may be wrong. If I'm wrong about that, let me know in the comments below. But you cruise into Juneau. The thing about Juneau is that it's only accessible by plane or boat. There are no roads that connect to Juneau. So you're have an experience there just coming in, and the waterfalls cascading down the mountains right by the cruise ship are gorgeous. We're going to cruise Tracy Arm Fjord, which is great. It's just this is so beautiful and so exciting. Then we're going to go to Wrangell, stop at another southeastern Alaskan city. And finally, our last stop before heading back to Seattle is back to Ketchikan. Again, frontier town that is a must-stop place to see. Okay, Clint's cruisability score. For variety, of course, this gets a 5. You're hitting the highlights of Alaska, except for the interior, all of Alaska, pretty much. A repeatability score of 2.85. I would have thought that would be higher, but this is a 28-day, literally once in a lifetime cruise. Are you going to do this more than once? Probably not. So does it even matter if it's repeatable? It's fine. For a 7.85 total score. An adventure score of 3, a enrichment score of 3.5, and a relaxation score of 2.6. A little higher than the Hurtigruten one, partly because we're actually seeing more glaciers with this one, which is good to point out. Let's look at this here for a second. Let's just say that you could do either. So what are you giving up?